All right, welcome. Happy Thursday if you're joining live. We are in store for another pop-up class. All right, team. Hey, everyone. Here, let me switch to this line. Hey, everyone out there. My name is Midnight. Welcome. All right. We are doing another workout, going for all lower body today. I feel excited, a little nervous, because Barre kills the legs in a great way. But I, again, since being furloughed and haven't been doing classes as consistently, I just haven't been doing like a straight Barre class as often. And every time I do it for these online classes, it always gets me. So doing a full Barre class of just legs, it's going to be good. It's going to be intense. But welcome. Thanks for being here. You just need a mat today. Just a mat or something to lay down on. Maybe a wall or a chair or something to grab onto, just if you need something for balance sake. And yeah, shake out when you need to, take breaks when you need to, modify whenever you need to. That's what this is all about. Barre is all about pushing those muscles to the point of fatigue, probably feeling that shaky state, maybe that tremble set in, definitely feeling heat and that burning sensation. So you need to be really responsible for yourself, to know your bodies, know when it needs to take a break. It's reached its limit. Take a little shake out, get back in, take another break once you reach that limit. Yeah, so we're always pushing to our limit, but we're never pushing to injury is the goal. All right, friends, let's get going here. We're gonna see. I had a request to do a full hour-long Barre class, but we're gonna see, because this is just legs. So maybe it'll happen today where we get an hour in. Maybe it'll be smaller than that, but we're gonna do our best. We're gonna have fun today. Let me take that off. All right, there we go. Roll the shoulders up and back. Your arms in nice wide second position. Knee lifts, lifting up and up. Belly button pulling in towards the spine, and breathe. Energy all the way through those fingertips. This music mix is done by Simon Shackleton, a DJ out in London, or the UK, I should say. He doesn't live directly in London anymore. Arms to high fifth. So shout out to him, because he made a lot of the tracks for my Barre classes and my dance classes a few years ago, and very fortunate and glad that I can still use his music for these classes today. Pull down the arms. Arms go down, his knee goes up. Main thing with this warm-up, just keep moving. We want to get the blood pumping through the veins. We want to get the heart rate up slightly, deepen through the breath, get those joints loosened up. Get that body ready. Last 8. 4. Add a twist. Elbow to opposite knee. Now I start most of my Barre classes like this. Low impact, but again, gets your body moving, gets that spine going in different directions as well. If you do not want to go as fast, you do not have to. If you want to do any other kind of warm-up, like jogging in place, doing anything else that's going to warm that body, fine by me as well. Squat it down and up, down, lift. Think about hip width distance apart. The way back in the heels. Down for 2 and up for 2. Go down slow, up slow. So now at that slow pace, maybe you can go down further. If you want, bring your feet out a little bit wider, sometimes wider legs, and a little bit of a turnout is easier for people to drop that tailbone straight down underneath you. Then squeeze the butt to come up. 4 more slow. Drop it down, squeeze. Now when we drop it down, we're never resting. So we're always having tension in the legs, never just sitting down. Can we speed it back up? Let's go. And controlling. If that means you go down, maybe you don't go down, you just come down here. If that's where you can keep that control. You find your range of motion, whatever works best for your legs. Last 8, 7. Squeeze that tush. Pull the belly in. 4. Keep the chest up. Hold it up. Bring the feet out wider. Second position. Plies down and up. Down. Lift. Now these plies, knees are going out wide. Make sure the knees are lined up right over the second and third toenail, so you don't have the knees buckling in. They're aligned. If that means you gotta turn those feet a little bit more forward, go for it. Then also check out my tailbone. It's tucked under, no booty sticking out. Tuck that tailbone under. Draw the belly in, keep the chest lifted. If that butt sticks out here, something that's pretty common, but it's a cue that we gotta engage our transverse abdominals. Those deep abs, pulse it down. It's those deep abs that's gonna tighten up this core. It's gonna support you like a corset. So we don't let the spine go here. We keep everything pulled together. That means you can't go down as low. Don't go down as low, totally fine. Full range down and up. I already feel my legs. I already feel that burn starting to set in. Arms up to high fifth if you can. Again, shake out whenever you need to. Keep that tailbone pulled under. Pulse it down again. Teeny tiny. In bar, we use that small controlled movement. Only moving about an inch. Ooh, it's gonna get sweaty today. I can tell. Hold it at the bottom, hold it. Arms out, nice and wide. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, stand it up, give yourself a quick little shakeout. Turn yourself sideways. Lunges, split squat, down slow. Down for 2, up for 2. Down, slow, up, slow. All right, now that back leg, the knee bends and drops directly underneath you. Get that full range of motion to begin with. Then we'll get into that bar by doing tiny motions. And here's if you need to grab onto something to help you balance, go for it. Speed it up. 8, 7. Find that full range of motion. Tuck the pelvis underneath. You'll stretch on this hip. 4, 3, 2. Hold it all the way up. Give yourself a little shakeout. Turn over to the other side. We're just warming up those legs. Just getting them used to the idea of working. Down for 2, up for 2. Nice and slow. Front knee stays over the front ankle. Chest stays lifted. Tuck the pelvis under again. Our butts aren't sticking out. The way that we're doing this one, the knee drops straight underneath us. Shoulders stacked over hips, over that bottom knee. There's lots of different ways that you can lunge, that you can split squat. This is just the one that we're doing right now, so try and find this form. 2 more slow. Ooh, I feel that. In this back leg especially. Speed it up to tempo. 8, 7, 4, 3, 2. Send it all the way up. Give yourself a quick little shakeout. Woo! All right. Feet come together. First position, parallel. Here, I'll come up a little bit closer. Parallel position. Again, if you need to grab on something, please do. Lift those heels up. Squeeze the ankles together. Elevate. Lift, lower. Lift, lower. Now, when you lift the heels up, make sure they don't go out. So we're not doing this sort of like motion. We keep those heels squeezed together. Everything pulling in towards the midline. If your ankles can't touch, that's okay, as long as you're trying to squeeze them together. All right, calves. Whew. They burn out easily, quickly. Take that rest whenever you need to. Squeeze your butt as well. Speed it up to tempo. Lift, lift, lift. We also do this, trying to fight for that balance. 8, 7, 4, 3, 2. Heel stay down. Turn it out. First position. Slow. Up for 2. Down for 2. Now, you're still pressing over that big toe mound, and you're still squeezing in towards the midline. So again, you're not letting the ankles roll out, or you're not like doing anything weird with those ankles and those feet. Keeping everything aligned, pushing over the big toe. Squeezing in towards that midline. Speed it up to tempo. Woo. Calves are gonna burn out. They're gonna fatigue. When you take that breath, you take that break, that rest. Squeeze your butt. 8, 7, power. 4, pull the belly in. 3, 2, 1, good. Slide it so now the toes stay down, the heels come out. Parallel position, feet about hip width distance apart. Nice and slow, elevate. Up for 2, down for 2. Now the difference between an elevate and a releve. Elevate is from straight legs. So we lift our heels with our straight legs. Releve comes from a plie, and you go up. So just little differences. Speed it up to tempo. And honestly, it also depends on what ballet school you go to. So I always learned these as releves growing up, but have been like the distinction between elevate and releve. So we have 8, 7, dripping sweat already. Definitely feel that burn in the back of the legs, all the way up into my butt as well. Should feel that heat going all the way up to that glutes. Last 2. Last 1, hold the heels down, turn the feet out, step the feet out a little bit wider, a little bit of a narrow second position, nice and slow. Lifting up for 2, down for 2. Okay, I know, those calves should be talking to you by now. Woo, gonna take that rest when you need to. Maybe your lift, your elevate isn't as high as it used to be. That's okay. Now try squeezing your butt. Your butt's gonna help you get up onto those tippy toes. Speed it up to tempo, lift. Squeeze. And once you feel yourself lose your form, once those muscles are like, nope, no more, take a shake out, jump back in, fatigue those muscles again to take another shake out. That's what barre is all about. That's what we're here for. Head straight up towards that ceiling. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, bring those legs out. Wide second position, parallel position. Let's go. Up for 2, down for 2. All right, we're still being careful that we don't let the ankles roll out. We don't want those ankles to fall open. We want to keep it right over that big toe. In fact, think like there's a pole in between your ankles and you're squeezing in on that pole. The muscles on the outside of our ankle are weaker than the muscles on the inside. Speed it up to tempo. So the muscle that we roll, we sprain the most, is that outside ankle muscle, right? So we always get ankle sprains. So we want to favor that inside arch, work those muscles on the inside that can hold our stability better than those looser muscles on the outside. Squeeze the butt, lift it. Woo, burn. 4, 3, 2, one more set. I know, we said legs for days, y'all. Calves are part of legs for days. Turn out, nice wide second position. Last set we have right here. Up for 2, down for 2. Lift and lower. Oh my gosh, yeah, those calves. Okay, now if you're to the point where you're like, I can't even lift my heels up anymore, just take it to a stretch, do a little run out. Calves, again, they burn out. We're not used to isolating them like this. Speed it up to tempo. 16, 15. But so good for us. They help us with our power, help us with our jumps, help us with our stability. All of those muscles around the ankles into the foot, we need those to hold us up. We've got 8 more. Squeeze into it, breathe into it. See if you can join us at the end here because we are almost done. Last 4, then we pulse it up in 3, 2, pulse it at the top. Let's go. Lift, lift, squeeze, squeeze. Can we take our hands off up to high fit position? Last 8, 7, hold in 4, 3, 2, hold it. Oh my gosh, that shake the state. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh. Ooh. shake it out. Nice work. Let's stretch it out. They have earned it. Woo. You always earn it, no matter what. Your body always earns and deserves love and stretching just by being your body. Pull that foot back behind you. Press the heel down to the ground. Square your hips. Oh my gosh. Deep, deep stretch into that back foot. Then bend the ankle and push it back. And just thread through that muscle. Okay, so bar, right? We burn out a muscle. Fatigue it over and over again. Shred into that muscle fiber. And we stretch it out. Gotta stretch out those muscles. So when they grow back stronger, they grow back nice, lean, long. Oh, yeah, switch over to the other side. Ooh, and also this gives you a chance to breathe. So even though we were just moving that little tiny bit, got my heart rate up, we were working big groups of our muscles, so our heart needs to pump oxygen to those muscles. So my sweat is dripping, heart is pumping, breath is deep. We kind of do a little active rest here to recalibrate. Oh, nice, strong work, team. Woo. All right, we're gonna give our feet a little bit of a break. We're not gonna give our legs a break. We're gonna give our feet a little bit of a break. Woo. Okay, come down to quadruped position. Hands and knees. You're over that center line. Draw the belly button in like there's a flame underneath your belly, and you try to lift it up off of that flame. Stay over the center line. Bring one foot back behind you. Squeeze the glute, keep the hips square. Try not to lean over to one side. Squeeze into this glute to do little tiny lifts. If you have problems with your wrists, you can come down to forearms right here. You can also do this standing. So keep going. Let me show you. Standing, it would look like this, right? It's just gonna be tougher on that standing leg. But if you like this position more than quadruped, go for it. I know a lot of like my prenatal clients just have them stay standing for a lot of this work. Hold it, turn out, in, out, in. All right, so that turn out, I let knee go to the side. Let me turn a little bit so you can see. Out, in, but my hips still stay square. So I'm not letting that hip move. This is basically like doing a clamshell. For those of you who have done other classes with me, you know how much I like doing clams. This is like doing a clam. So you want to keep that hip stacked. Keep it turned out, little lifts up, 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 up. So now I'm squeezing. I feel it more in the side of my booty. Before I felt it in the back of my booty, right in the back of that hamstring. Now it's a little bit more on the side, that glute med. Little tiny squeezes. Are you still over that center line, or are you leaning to one side? Yes, that standing leg may also feel it. It is also working. 4, 3, 2, hold it. Kick the leg out, bend the knee in. Kick the leg out, bend the knee in. Good. Try to stay over that center line. So I'm really trying not to lean. If you need to lean, you're okay. You're just gonna feel it more in the standing leg. It's not gonna work this leg as much. So over that center line, really pulling the belly in, working more of the core as well, and the shoulders. Can we speed it up to tempo? Let me move so I don't kick that cabinet. That cabinet's always getting in my way. Or maybe I always get in this way. A couple more. Hold it out there, hold it. Straight like little lifts. Up, up. Oh, this is so hard. I definitely feel it on that standing leg as well now. 1 inch higher, last 8, 7, reach that toe. 4, 3, hold it at the top, hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, bring it in. Yes, so switch over to the side. Reach opposite direction. Take a deep breath. Give yourself a little mental high five. So we get to do that on the other side. Reach over the other way. Ooh. Hey, but at least we're off those feet, right? We're off of those calves right now. So take that in, unless you're doing the standing. Okay, second side, never like the first. Both sides are a little more fatigued, but we got this. In your quadruped, over your center line. Don't shift to one side. Keep over that center line. Take that toe back, squeeze the glute, and lift it up. This is not about how high the leg goes. So if I let my belly go and I let my back arch, I can get my leg all the way up here, right? This kind of creates a prettier picture, but it's not necessarily working your butt anymore, and it could injure your back. So if I really pull my belly in, I'm still squeezing this butt muscle as hard as I can, but now I'm protecting my lower back. So it may not create, as pretty of a picture. So when you're like getting your shot for your profile pic or your Instagram pic, you can let your belly go and get that arch for the picture if you want to. But in practice, when we're training, we want that good form. We don't want to get into the lower back, and we want to get into that core more. Fold it up, turn the leg, out, in, super small, out, in. Here, I'll show you what it is to the back as well, just so you can see, out, in. Everyone has a different turnout. So this is gonna look different for everyone. My turnout is not that great, but I'm going to my range of motion, right? I'm going to my place where I can keep my hips stacked and I can press that knee out. Hold it out, little lifts up, up, up. Still pushing this hip down as I press that knee up. So again, like we do a clamshell or like we do sideline. I'm not letting this hip open. That feels a lot easier. You're gonna be tempted to do that, but don't let the hips open. Keep the hips square. Squeeze into that butt muscle. 8, 7. Ooh, yeah, booty. 4, 3, 2, hold it, extend. Extend, bend, extend, bend. Try not to lean to one side. Try to stay over that center line. Reaching that toe. Can we speed it up? Kick, kick, kick. Extend through the head. 8, 7. Hold in 4, 3, 2. Hold it. Lift it up, 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 up. Squeeze. Oh, breathe. 8, 7. Hold in 4. Hold it at the top. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, I can feel that tremble. Yes, let the hips back. Cool. Woo. Side bend, child's pose. Let the hips fall on one side, reach the arms in the opposite direction. Breathe. Ah. All right, we got that butt woken up. That's good. Our butt sometimes needs a little bit of encouragement to wake up again. So hopefully we got that booty squeezing. We're gonna stand ourselves back up again. Oh, get into those thighs again. Okay. All right, team, we got this. We got this. Woo! Stand yourself up. Give your little shake out, little pound up if you need to. Going back to that split squat. Actually, just to be consistent, we'll start on this side. Okay. Feet apart. Hips square. Now lower yourself down to that split squat position like we did at the beginning of our warm-up. Then just lower down another inch. So again, if you need to grab onto something for balance, please do. Notice where your tailbone is. Is it sticking out? Is your chest leaning forward? This is not, this is okay as long as your belly's pointed. You're not leaning or tilting your tailbone back. It's gonna put more weight in this front leg. We're doing something different today. So we're just dropping that knee straight down, tucking the pelvis under, keeping the shoulders over ribs, over hips. So we're it's like what our back is up against the wall. Down for 3, 3, 2, 1, little up. 3, 2, 1. Low, lower, lowest. Little tiny lowers. This, I feel in that back leg a lot, and I still feel in my front leg. Down for 1, up for 3. Down, teeny tiny lift, drop. Ooh, drop, up, up, up. Still only moving an inch or 2 total. Single it out. 8, 7, 4. Hold it at the bottom, hold it. Ooh, now shift your weight forward. Weight into that front leg, arms up. Pull that back knee in, out, hands to the knee, getting a little bit of core here, but burning out this front leg. How small can you tuck the knee? How long can you extend? Speed it up. In. Breathe. 8, 7, 4, 3. Slow it down again. In, back. All right, this standing leg butt should be feeling good and toasty, especially after all that quadruped work we did. Speed it up last time. Let's go. In. Can you get lower in that standing leg? 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go back to that split squat. Drop it down. Last set right here. Little tiny lowers. Oh, front booty on fire. Square those hips. Drop that back leg down. Arms come to high fifth position. Pulse it out. Pulse, pulse, pulse. If you want some extra spice, lift the front heel for that forced arch position on that front leg. 16, 15, 14. 8. Hold in 4, 3, 2. Hold it. Ugh. 1 inch lower. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand it up. Oh my goodness. Shake it out. Whew. Take that hip out. Oh, little booty rub. Yeah. We deserve a booty rub. I get the other side too. Because we gotta mentally prepare ourselves to get over to the second side. All right. Got this? We got this. Again, you shake out. I'm in you shake out whenever we need to. Bring the foot back behind. Find your form first. Let's try and get both of my feet in the view here. Tuck the pelvis under, little tiny lowers. All right, this butt muscle is fatigued already. May not last as long. I may have to adjust. I may have to come up a little bit higher. It's all right. That's a good sign. Down for 3, up for 1. 3, 2, 1. Low, lower, lowest. Teeny, tiny lowers. Is that tailbone sticking out? Is your belly drawn in? Is your chest leaning forward or is it upright? Down for 1, up for 3. Down, teeny, tiny lift. Drop. Whew. Yes. Can you breathe into that heat? Channel it into your breath. Single it out. Down, down. All right, we have to come a little bit higher. You keep going if you can. 8, 7. Hold in 4, 3, 2. Hold it. Bring yourself forward. I'm going to angle myself a little. Bring those arms overhead. Draw the knee in, out, in, out. Okay, so this leg, standing leg, is soft. Nice bend in that knee. Tightening in the core and reaching long. Trying to burn out that standing leg now and work the abs. 4, then we speed it up in 3, 2. Let's go, team. In. 8, 7, 4, 3. Slow again. Let's go. In, out, in, out. Pulling that knee in tight. Can we get lower in that standing leg? Bring over for more. Speed it up. 16, 15. Butt is burning. 8, 7, 4, 3, 2. Last set of split squats. Little lowers down. Oh, yep. All right, legs. Let's go. Arms overhead. If you want some more, lift up that front heel, pulse it out. Little tiny bounces. Can you get lower? 16, 15, 14. Hold in 4, 3, 2. Hold it. Oh, that top leg is burning. Let's lower down 1 more inch. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand it up. Woo! Okay. All right. Yes. Yes, indeed. Give yourself a little moment. Ah. Oh, bring it down to a squat position. One last thing for our thighs. Stretch out those thighs. Bring it down, squat position, tailbone back. So now, before we're trying to keep the chest up and lower down, now do stick that tailbone back. Keep the shoulders above the hips though. Little tiny lowers. Just squats down. Squeeze into the legs. Bring those hands right in front of you. Pull the belly button in. Little finale. 8, 7, 4. Hold it down. Step this leg out. Step it back. Out. Push with this leg. So I'm not just stepping with this leg. I'm actually pushing with my standing leg. So I'm like pushing to brace myself. Push. Push. 8 more. Press. By doing that lateral movement, so we're pushing away from the side, it's getting the side of our butt again. It's really good for all the sitting that we do, all the running, all the biking, all the walking. Little pulses, down, down. All right, take a shake out if you need to, so you got that second side. Then all the forward back motion we do, we gotta do more side work. Even ourselves out, work the 360 of our leg. Other side, let's go. Out, push with this leg. I'm pressing out, right? It's physics. So to get my body to go that way, I gotta put pressure and force the opposite direction. Keep down low. 8, 7, try to keep those toes facing forward. Keep low in those legs. 4, 3, 2, in. Last time, little lowers, down, down. Arms can go up to high fist position. Ooh. We have 8, 7, yeah, legs. 4, 3, 2, 1, stand it up. Oh, shake it out. Ooh, that feels good. Let it all shake, let it all jiggle. Feels nice. Grab onto something if you need it for balance. Grab onto one foot, knees together. Tuck the hips under, pull that heel back towards the glute. All right, team. Ooh. We are doing well here. Crossover into a figure 4. So we got our thighs, we got our butt, we got the side of our butt. Gonna get a little more hamstring, back of the butt, back of the legs, and then get that inner thigh as well. And gain the 360 of our legs. Over to the other side. We got that calf too, we got lower down, gone to our ankles, gone to our feet. There's a lot of different parts to our legs. We usually just focus on the butt and the quads. We kind of forget about everything else, but there's a lot of other things going on in our legs, and they all work together. So they all need to be powerful. They all need to be strong and healthy. Otherwise, like a chain reaction, it starts to break down. They cross it over, sit down. I had a fitness director who told me this metaphor, which I think is great. If you ever experience knee pain, it's usually never your knee. If you imagine a door, a 3-hinge door, if something goes wrong with the top hinge or the bottom hinge, it's going to put a lot of weight on that middle hinge. That middle hinge is going to feel it, but where it actually is coming from is from the top or the bottom. So everything's connected. When one thing hurts, it's probably connected to something else. Bring it all the way up. All right, come on down. Let's get into the inner thigh, into the back of the leg. Ooh, lay yourself all the way down. Take this top leg, bring it over. Other leg is extended long. Lift it up. Lift, lower. All right, different ways to have this foot. You can either have it like a kickstand, so I have my heel lifted. I can grab onto this leg. If that does not feel accessible to you, then just fold this knee over. If your hip bone presses down into the floor, and I have bony hip bones, then you can fold up your mat more. Or I find this way just lets me get off of that front hip crest a little bit easier. Pulse it up, lift. All right, I'm already feeling my inner thigh. I don't know about you, but I think doing all those split squats, doing all of those regular squats, everything up to this point, my inner thigh is already feeling toasty. 8, 7, hold in 4, 3, 2, hold it, flex the foot, bring the heel, front, back, front, back. So it's like we're sliding the outside of our ankle on a countertop. I try to keep that heel lifted as high as I can, and then I slide it forward and back. Still keeping the hips square, still keeping the shoulders stacked. Speed it up, front, back, front, back. It can be super small. I'm not moving that much. Keep going. I'll show it from the side. Front, back, front, back, front, back. Back to lifts. Lift, 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 lift. Good, keep going. 8, 7, 4, 3. Change it to a bend and kick, bend, kick, kick. I love doing these kicks. I do the kicks a lot in these side series because it just lets you get out your power. Kick through something. Kick through that air. Stomp through it. Don't be afraid to let the rest of your body shake or giggle. Embrace that feeling. Kick so hard it makes the rest of your flesh tremble. That's how much power you have. Speed up the kick. Let's go. Kick, 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 kick. Can you kick 1 inch higher? Can you kick 1 inch harder? Almost there. 8, 7, 6. Hold in 4, 3, 2. Hold it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, lower down. Ooh, nice work. Lay on your back. Transition. Go into a hip bridge. Lift, lower. Squeeze the butt. Lift those hips straight up towards the ceiling. Dig in through the heels. Now, we're getting our hamstrings, we're getting our butt right in the back of our leg. Shh. Don't worry about how high you go. Focus more on how hard you're squeezing your muscles. So it's the squeeze of the muscles that lifts the hips up. If I, again, think of lifting too high, when I do this is more in my back, not in my hamstrings and butt as much. Lift it up, keep the belly pulled in, then squeeze the butt, squeeze, squeeze. Look how small that is. It's super small, super controlled. Only lifting up maybe not even an inch. I can feel this, feel it in my booty. I feel my hamstrings, dig those heels in, actually flex the toes up off of the floor. Your heels are tent stakes. You're driving them into the floor and try to drive them maybe at an angle down into the ground. So you're also doing that force of pushing away and down. Oh yeah, booty, already that heat, all that other work we've been doing. 3 and 1, take it up. 3, 2, 1, little down. 3, 2, 1. High, higher, highest. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Up for 1, down for 3, squeeze. Teeny, tiny, lower, squeeze. Press, teeny, tiny, lower, press. Yeah. Then that shakeout is always there for you whenever you need it. Single it out. 8, 7. Make sure the knees are still directed over the toes. Hold it at the top. Hold it. Can you press those heels down and away a little bit harder? 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll all the way down. Ooh, windshield wiper those knees. Breathe. Let it all sink in. We're almost there. We're coming to that home stretch. We've got this, dancers. I do think we're going to make it to an hour, though. So, so kudos to you. Ooh, I got lots of sweat on the mat. Over to the other side. Get that inner thigh. May have to angle myself here. Lift that leg up. Little tiny lifts. Up, up. The muscles in your legs are big. Not all of them. We have those small foundational muscles we're also working. But compared to the rest of your body, we have some of the biggest muscles in our legs. So they can take a lot. They can take a lot of reps, take a lot of power. They can be fatigued over and over again. That's what's going to build them to be stronger. So we got to spend some time on these legs. More time than I know I like to do. 8, 7. It's like just a speed through thing sometimes when lifting weights. Hold it at the top, flex the foot, bring the toe, front and back. You're sliding on a countertop. But spending time like this on these legs, good. Build that endurance. Shredding, again, we gotta shred that muscle fiber. So that balance, right? So we have to shred the fibers apart so they can build up stronger, but we don't want to tear the muscles apart where then they're injured and then we have to rest for days because we've injured ourselves. Speed it up. Front, back, front, back. So we're always kind of feeling it out and balancing between, again, pushing ourselves to that limit where we shred the muscle fiber, but we don't tear or injure the muscle fiber. 8, 7, 4, 3. Back to lifts. Lift, lift. Oh, that inner thigh. Squeeze that inner thigh up towards the ceiling. Ooh, I feel that. 8, 7. Hold in 4, 3, 2. Hold it. Bend and press. Bend, kick. Keep going if you can. And take a quick shake out. My thigh needs it. Bend, kick. Kick with power. So hard, the rest of your body shakes. You got that aggression, you got that frustration, you got that celebration. Speed it up. Powerful moves don't always have to be angry. It can be joyful. So kick out that joy. A little higher. 16, 15, 14. Hold it at the top. Hold it. Oh. 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest it down. Oh my goodness. Okay. Onto your back. Last set of these hip bridges. Now options. Stay with your heels down, toes flexed up, or go to that forced arch. Toes down, heels lifted. Full range to begin, squeezing into the booty. You also have the choice to bring your arms up towards the ceiling or overhead. That way, all of the work is in the legs. We're not using our arms to lift up. Totally okay if you want to do that. It's going to get some of your back body. It's not, I'm not going to say don't do that because you're working just different muscles of your body. And if you need it to stabilize, please go for it. Speed it up to tempo. But if you want to focus it all into your butt, all into your hamstrings, all into your legs, and take your arms out of the equation. That's just the choice you have. Different tools in our toolbox, right? One way isn't better than another necessarily, just depends on what we want to accomplish. Hold it up. Keep the belly pulled in. Now squeeze the butt and push your balls of the feet into the floor like those tent stakes. So driving them down and away from you. So not just down, but also pushing away. Most like you're trying to push yourself so you're sliding your body in the opposite direction. 3 and 1. 3, 2, 1. High, higher, highest. 3, 2, 1. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Up for 1, down for 3. Squeeze, teeny, tiny, lower squeeze. Press. Press. Squeeze it. Single it out. Press. Press. We're almost there. Can you squeeze a little bit harder? Can you dig your feet in a little bit harder? Can we burn out? Can we get to that shaky state? Press. Press. Pulse it. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Dig in. Fire through those legs. 16, 15, 14. Last 8. Hold in 4, 3, 2. Hold it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, slow down. Nice work. Grab onto the insides or outside of your feet. Yourself a little happy baby. Or you can just go into a little butterfly position. Whatever's going to gently stretch out your inner thigh. You can open up to a straddle. You can bend one leg. You can stretch the other leg. Whatever feels good, just be gentle into it. Ooh. Oh, whale tail stretch. I'll show you from this side. Take one knee, cross it all the way over. Or you can just go to a figure 4 stretch. Otherwise, knees crossed, grab onto your ankles, pull your knees in towards your chest, and stretch the tailbone away from you. So as I'm drawing my knees in, my tailbone is reaching in the opposite direction. And that's what makes me feel the stretch into the side of my hips and into my booty, wrapping around that booty. Keep the cross of the feet. Go to that figure 4 position now. Grab on to the other leg if you can and draw it towards you. If this does not feel good to you, unhook this leg and just give yourself a hamstring stretch. Otherwise, you can keep that cross of the knee and stretch that leg towards you. Again, push the tailbone away as you draw the shin towards your forehead and try flexing that top foot. Give a stretch into the calf again. Switch over to the other side, either whale tail stretch or figure 4 or any other glute stretch you'd like to do. Pigeon pose, a spinal twist, anything else. Awesome work, team. Bring it up into that hamstring stretch, flex the top foot, draw it towards you. You do not have to keep the leg hooked. You can absolutely just go to a regular hamstring stretch. All right, we're just gonna do a quick blast of abs, just because we're here. It's always good to get into our abs, so we might as well do it. Why not? Plus, if you're like me, I only do abs in class. It's so hard for me to get motivated to do abs on my own, so we're in class, we're here together, let's go for it. Let's do it. All right, team. We're starting with some flutter kicks. Hands can go underneath the tailbone, extend your legs out, do little flutter kicks. Draw the chin away from the chest, pull the belly button in. Now the higher up your legs flutter, the little bit less resistance in your lower abs. So you choose where you go, but lower back stays pushing into the mat the entire time. Suck the belly button in. Don't let that belly button pull out and away. You're drawing it in to the spine. 16, 15. Breathe. 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in, out, in, out. When you tuck the knees in, if you want, add a little reverse crunch. You can put the head down for this for sure, or you can keep the head lifted. 8, 7. Tuck and squeeze. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the legs out. Tap, little beats. Out and in. Yeah, the further up you are, less resistance in those legs. Drawing those inner thighs together. Drawing in towards that midline. 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in to a butterfly position. Lift, out, lift, out. So just like we were doing before, but those legs are in a diamond shape now. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands behind the head, crisscross, cross. Try to get that ring out of the torso. Cross all the way over. Keep lower back pushing into the mat. 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rock and roll yourself all the way up. Woo! A little bit over. Go into your plank position. Draw the belly button in towards the spine. Push through the arms. Spider-Man oblique plank. Knee comes up to the same tricep or armpit. Press. Squeeze. Getting into those obliques, drawing the belly button in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower yourself all the way down onto your stomach. Ooh. Little lift and lower. All right, I'm going back behind me because I don't have space to go overhead. You can also go out to the side. Draw the belly button in. Lengthen. Squeeze shoulder blades together. Draw the shoulders down the back. And it's not about how high you go. It's more about how long you're lengthening the spine. Pulse it up. Little tiny lifts. 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, hold it. Arms reach wherever they can, swim it out. Keep pulling the belly button in towards the spine. Reaching the neck long through the crown of the head. 8, 7, 4. Back up to your plank. Whew. All right, now the knees are gonna cross underneath you over to the opposite arm. Nice and slow so we can really focus on that twist. Keep pushing through the palms. Keep the length through the neck. 8 more. We've got this, we've got this. Come on, team. 4, 3, 2, 1. Just bring it underneath you. Run it. Run those knees in. Mountain climbers. Oh, I know I'm tired too. We're almost to the end. We've got this. Keep breathing. Keep pushing. 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it all the way down. One more set. Back body. Whew. And turn this way. Just have a little extra room. Lift it up. Little circles around. All right, reaching those arms. You can reach them overhead as well. Or reach them back behind. Drawing those little circles around. Drawing belly button in. Circle other way. Ooh, I feel this. Back of that shoulder, rear delt, after all that planking we did. Little pulses up. Yeah, team. Just little lifts. Doing great. Almost there. Breathe. 16, 15. Last 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. We are back to a child's pose. Knees go wide, big toes barely touching, hips sink down towards the heels. Rest at your third eye center. Stretch those arms overhead. Oh my goodness, breathe. Nice, strong work. Take your arms over to one side, hand on top. Yourself that lateral bend and side bend, stretching into your child's pose. Hip draws away from the hands, really feeling a stretch in my side body, all the way from the outside of my shoulder, down my rib cage, and into my hip. Switch over to the other side. Drawing that hip away as I reach over. Give yourself a moment of gratitude, of thanks for being here today, for showing up, for working hard. Give your legs some applause, some appreciation. All the hard work they just did. Could breathe it back center. Ooh. Bring it all the way up. Lay yourself all the way down on your back. Let me transition this music so we can get into a nice recovery. Ooh, nice strong work, everyone. All right, lay yourself down. Just let the heaviness of your body fall into the mat. Stay there. Close your eyes and bring this down. Breathe. Just feel what your body feels like in this moment. Letting that workout sink in. Letting your muscles breathe. Re-nourish. Draw one knee in towards your chest. Keep the other leg long. Pull that knee in. And give yourself some circles around with that knee. Sink into the hip. Ooh, working it out. You can do it with one arm. You can do it with the other. You can go forward and back. Just kind of wherever feels good. Get into that hip. Bring the knee in. Extend that leg up. Grab above or below the knee. Gently stretch it leg towards your forehead. Roll the top ankle around. And getting into all the nooks and crannies of our feet, of our ankles. Circle other way. Going to stretch all the way down the back of my leg, back of that hamstring. You cannot grab onto your leg. You grab a towel or something, or try and hook that foot to help you. You need to stretch out these hamstrings. They get really tight on us, especially the further along in life we get tighter and tighter hamstrings. We got to keep these stretched out. Otherwise, that's what gets our back tight. That's what keeps things tight, and it makes us more susceptible for falling too, because we don't have as flexible of legs to counterbalance and stabilize. Bring this leg out to the side. You can either keep it straight or you can bend the knee in. Other hip stays grounded onto the mat. Stretching that inner thigh, feeling the inside of that leg lengthen out. Just taking this in. You did so much work to get to this point. Way to go. Bring the leg all the way up. Either keep it straight or bend it in for spinal twist. I shift my hips over to give myself a little extra space. Stack my hips right on top and reach my arm back behind. Maybe the shoulder comes down. It's trying to ground down, but more concerned about these hips staying stacked and then letting the top of the body rotate away from the stacked hips. Gonna bring this knee in. Other knee meets it. Switch to the other side. Start with those hip circles. Circle around. Hopefully this set you up. Whatever you're gonna do the rest of the day, definitely drink water. Maybe stretch out more if you need it. Those legs do a lot. Circle other direction. And you may not feel this right away. I mean, hopefully it feels good right now and you felt it when you were doing it, but you may feel it tomorrow or the next day. Delayed onset muscle soreness. Barre is known for doing that, and usually that means the soreness sets in the day after or 2 days after. So if that's the case, again, drink lots of water, get your potassium in, get your protein in, extend that leg up, grab on, give yourself a stretch, rotate the top ankle, rest if you need. Also roll out, that's a really good thing. Get massage. Massage yourself, circle other way. And if your legs feel up to it, doing a little bit of cardio. I know that seems like the last thing you'd want to do on sore legs, but especially with that delayed onset muscle soreness, if your legs feel up to it, like they're not going to injure themselves, do just a light little jog, little bike ride. It helps break up that lactic acid. Bring it out to the side, other hip stays down. A lot of times my legs will feel kind of destroyed. And like, ooh, I feel it like when I'm sitting down, when I'm standing up. And then if I just do like a little bit of a jog, of a run, the first 5 minutes, not, the most enjoyable. But after that, it's like, oh, okay, again. And then it just sort of breaks it up and flushes out all of the waste. Gets blood re-nourish those muscles, and they feel a ton better. So try it out. May not work all the time, but worth trying. Bring it over to your spinal twist. Stack the hips first, then reach that arm over. But no matter what, be thankful for your body. Be proud of your body. Everything it just accomplished, everything you just accomplished. We got close to not a full hour of work, but this will be an hour-long class, all said and done. So way to do it. Hug this knee in, other knee hugs in. Give yourself a tight hug, wrap yourself around. Giving them another moment of gratitude, of thanks. Rocking yourself forward and back. So come all the way to the seated. Yeah. Yeah, just sit up tall wherever you can. Lengthen through the tailbone, sit as tall, pull the belly button in, roll the shoulders back and down, do a few more shoulder rolls. If you can't sit up tall here, you can stand up, you can go to tall kneeling, or you can sit on a pillow or a bolster. That'll help give you extra space. If you're tight in your hips or hamstrings, you sit up taller. Keep the shoulders down and back. Bring one ear to the side, stretch out the neck, give yourself a gentle little twist in the head and the neck. Okay, bring the chin down to the chest, over to the other side, stretching out those joints. We didn't really pay as much attention to the upper body, but it's super important, especially if we're gonna go and sit down the rest of the day or hunch over or something. We gotta open up our chest, be kind to that upper body too. Lift the head up, boss pose, interlace the hands, lift up to the heart, pull the elbows back, feel a big opening into the chest. Plus it just clears out the energy, flushes all of the things we don't need away, bring in new, rejuvenated light, air, blood, stack the head on the spine. Fluff our aura, hands together. Way to go, team. All the good intentions, all the gratitude inside these hands. Little shake out, cross up top, in the middle, down low. Lift the energy up and let it come down on top of you. Well done, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. That was Barre legs for days. You will have legs for days. Now doing that routine. Thanks for joining. Let's see. We will be doing a class Saturday at 1 p.m. Central Time. Our Patreon members get to vote on what class that is. So I need to go check out what our Patreon poll is. Stay tuned. I'll have another update going, which I'll just, for those who are watching this one, you'll get a preview of it. But I actually just got hired for a new position in social work. So that is where I'm shifting my lens to go towards anyway. I will be applying for grad school for somatic counseling in fall 2021. So in the meantime, wanted to get experience in the mental health mental health work and community. And so was very grateful that I got hired to be a caseworker at residency, and so I will be doing that coming up. I start full time on August 17th, so that's going to shift what this channel is, because I really want to continue doing these classes, but I think I'm going to do a little pause because I want to put all of my energy, I want to clear out space so I can really do the best job possible in that new position. And I'm hoping, and my goal is once I kind of get settled in that position, I'll be able to add on these classes again. That being said, I may do a pop-up class here and there because I really find it important. It's not just talk. I also really find it important in personal life to keep up training, to keep up movement. Even though I'm going to be busy, it's going to be best for my soul, for my body, for my energy, for my heart space, my mind space, to also keep moving my body. So I am going to want to do that, and these pop-up classes have been a great way to do that. So you might still see me doing a pop-up class here and there. I'm just not going to schedule anything officially because I just don't know what this job is all going to entail, but I should have a better grasp of that. Hoping maybe in September, maybe October for sure, getting back into like a regular thing. So I'll have an update on all of that stuff, including what the 4-week challenge is now going to look like. So stay tuned for that update and video. I will hopefully be getting that out in the next couple of days. All right, everyone, have a great rest of your day. I hope to see you on Saturday, perhaps, for class. If not, have a great weekend. Be safe, take care, and hope to move with you next time. Thanks, all.